The options market can be a confusing place. Sorting through the daily avalanche of data, alerts, updates, articles, and analysis to find the most important information is an overwhelming prospect. But now you have help. Welcome to the Options News Rundown, the only program that breaks through the noise to bring you the most important news and information from the world of options. Every day, we bring you the top 5 option stories curated by the options experts at theoptionsinsider.com, the premier source for options information. The Options News Rundown is brought to you by LevelTradingField.com, the online communication, research, and quantitative platform with the largest collection of financial tools for traders, including the innovative Bitcoin Market Predictor. The Bitcoin Market Predictor is a simple prediction game where 10 people place bets on the future price of Bitcoin, and the top 3 most accurate predictions wins. Sign up at LevelTradingField.com with promo code INSIDER. The Options News Rundown is also brought to you by Market Taker Mentoring, the leader in options trading education. Get trader education, daily trade ideas, and more with a free 1-week trial of Market Taker Mentoring's Live Advantage Group coaching class by visiting markettaker.com/insider. And now it's time to break through the noise. It's time for your Options News Rundown.
Good morning. Today's February 20th, 2018. This is your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli. We're going to kick off our discussion today with the top 5 things to know in the market on today, Tuesday, from investing.com. First, global stocks are mostly lower as jitters creep back in. Global stocks were mostly lower as jitters from last week's sell-off, sparked by fears of creeping inflation and higher borrowing costs, returned to the market. Asian stocks slipped, though many markets in the region remained closed for the Lunar New Year holiday. South Korea's Kospi Index and Japan's Nikkei 225 fared the worst, closing down 1.1% and 1% respectively. The second thing to know is the dollar moves away from 3-year lows. 10-year yield is at 2.92%. The U.S. dollar inched higher versus a basket of major currencies, moving further away from a 3-year low set last week. The dollar index, which gauges the U.S. currency against a basket of 6 major rivals, was nearly 0.5% higher at 89.55, well above Friday's 3-year low of 88.15. Third thing to know is Eurozone bond yield is up as ECB speculation mounts. Eurozone government bond yields rose across the board as market speculation swirled over the next European Central Bank chief at a time when monetary policy is the main threat for bond markets. Eurozone finance ministers on Monday chose Spanish economy minister Luis de Guindos to succeed European Central Bank Vice President, the current one. The fourth thing to know is Bitcoin climbs above the 11,000 level. Bitcoin prices broke through the 11,500 mark for the first time since January as the digital currency continued to recover from heavy sell-offs at the start of this month. Bitcoin was last up around 4% at 11,315 after hitting its highest level since January 29th at 11,666 earlier. Prices have bounced back sharply after falling to a 4-month low of around 6,000 on February 6th. And fifth thing to note today is oil markets are mixed as U.S. crude and Brent move in opposite directions. Oil markets were split, with U.S. crude pushed up by reduced flows from Canada, while international Brent prices eased. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude futures rose 0.5% to $61.86 a barrel, while Brent crude futures were at $64.94 a barrel, and that's down 1.1%. Our second story today is from CNBC.com. Chips rip higher, and market watchers eye Intel as the semi to own. Chip stocks are ripping higher, and one market watcher says the semiconductor space could be in for an even bigger rally. The SMH Semiconductor ETF last week posted its best week in more than 2 years. The rally, led by Applied Materials, Lam Research, and Micron, comes as the group has fallen roughly 5% from highs late last month. Despite the sell-off, SMH is still up around 34% in the last year. Our third story today comes by way of CNBC as well. U.S. Treasury yields rise as inflation fears linger. 2-year yield hits 2008 high. 2-year Treasury note yield hits its highest level in nearly 10 years after the release of hotter than expected inflation data and ahead of key Treasury auctions. The 2-year yield topped 2.248%, its highest level since September 22, 2008, when it yielded as high as 2.263%. Yield on the benchmark 10-year Treasury note was higher at around 2.895% at 9:41 a.m. Eastern, while the yield on the 30-year Treasury bond was higher at 3.142%. Our final story today is from Investing.com. Home Depot's earnings powered by strong U.S. housing market. Home Depot Inc.'s profit and revenue beat market estimates for the 6th straight quarter as more shoppers visited the #1 U.S. home improvement chain and on average spent more in an improving housing market. Shares of the company, which raised its quarterly dividend by 15.7% to $1.03 per share, were up 2.6% in pre-market trading. Smaller rival Lowe's was up 0.9%. The U.S. housing market has been on a winning streak, helped by rising employment, higher wages, that has encouraged homeowners to buy new homes or remodel existing ones, benefiting the Home Depot stores and Lowe's. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is news you can use for today, February 20th, 2018, your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli, Trade Smart, and have a great day.
The Options News Rundown is brought to you by LevelTradingField.com, the online communication, research, and quantitative platform with the largest collection of financial tools for traders, including the innovative Bitcoin Market Predictor. The Bitcoin Market Predictor is a simple prediction game where 10 people place bets on the future price of Bitcoin, and the top 3 most accurate predictions wins. Sign up at LevelTradingField.com with promo code INSIDER. The Options News Rundown is also brought to you by Market Taker Mentoring, the leader in options trading education. Get trader education, daily trade ideas, and more with a free 1-week trial of Market Taker Mentoring's Live Advantage Group coaching class by visiting markettaker.com/insider.